Here are the crypto top headlines covered in this video. SEC redefinition of dealer would expand its oversight of crypto and DeFi. Next, Ripple's XRP eyeing fresh trillion-dollar payments market amid calls for massive adoption by big U.S. banks. Also, U.S. Treasury Secretary calls for federal regulator to oversee stablecoins. Welcome to Crypto Top Headlines, where there's no clickbait thumbnails or titles, and no speeches on my opinions, just bringing crypto's news to you. We are a new channel here on YouTube, and would greatly appreciate it if you would click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. It does help support the channel, so thank you in advance for doing so. Now, on to these headlines. Our first top headline, SEC redefinition of dealer would expand its oversight of crypto and DeFi. The rule changes proposed in 2022 were criticized by the crypto industry at the time and were opposed by the Republican SEC commissioners. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission adopted rules on February 6th that would require more market participants to register with it, join a self-regulatory organization, and comply with federal securities laws and regulations. The new rules could bring crypto and decentralized finance into greater oversight. The new rules, the text of which runs 247 pages, were proposed in 2022. They redefine dealer and government securities dealer in the Securities Act rules, as well as the phrase as a part of a regular business, as it is used in the Securities Exchange Act of 1934. The rules would apply to market participants who take on significant liquidity providing roles in the markets. Specifically, a dealer under the new definitions might express trading interest that is at or near the best available prices on both sides of the market for the same security, or earn revenue primarily from capturing bid-ask spreads by buying at the bid and selling at the offer, or from capturing any incentives offered by trading venues to liquidity supplying trading interest, SEC Chairman Gary Gensler said in a statement. These measures are common sense. Absent an exemption or exception, if anyone trades in a manner consistent with de facto market making, it must register with us as a dealer, consistent with Congress's intent. There is a lower limit on the application of the new rules. Dealers must have or control $50 million to be liable to it. The rules were adopted in a party line vote, with 2 Republican SEC members voting against them. The 2022 proposed rule, which was 194 pages long, did not mention crypto except in one footnote. Nonetheless, it was met with objections from the crypto industry and pro-crypto politicians. The final rule devotes an entire section to crypto. It stated, "The dealer framework is a functional analysis based on the securities trading activities undertaken by a person, not the type of security being traded." 4 of the 5 SEC members released statements on the rule change. Republican Mark Ueda said the rule change was overreach, and today's action codifies the Commission's view that the dealer definition is practically limitless. The public should be concerned about the immense scope of this claimed jurisdiction. Hester Peirce, the other Republican on the SEC, did not release a statement. Commissioner Caroline Crenshaw said in support of the changes, "There is a clear loophole here. Market participants with a significant share of market volume are engaging in activities like those performed by dealers without being registered as dealers. The rules will go into effect 60 days after their publication in the Federal Register." Let me pause here for a moment. If you're getting value out of this video, please click on the like and subscribe buttons as well as the notification bell. Our next top headline, Ripple's XRP eyeing fresh trillion-dollar payments market amid calls for massive adoption by big U.S. banks. In a bold move, cross-border remittance giant Ripple is set to re-engage with the U.S. market following a partial victory against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission mid-last year. The decision comes after about 3 legal battles that had left the company's future in the U.S. uncertain. In a LinkedIn post last week, Oliver Segovia, head of product marketing at Ripple, shared insights into the company's plans and highlighted Ripple's plan to make a comeback to the U.S. and launch new products. After being relatively quiet for the past 3 years in the U.S. for Ripple payments, we're geared up to announce new product updates powered by our money transmitter licenses that cover the majority of U.S. states, wrote Segovia. He disclosed that Ripple will host a FinTech meetup at its new San Francisco headquarters on February 7th to kick off their renewed focus on the U.S. market. The event will feature a panel discussion on Ripple's blockchain and payments outlook for 2024, with key executives including Brendan Barry, Pegah Soltani, and CTO David Schwartz. Ripple's renewed optimism in the U.S. market stems from recent legal clarity. Ripple executives, led by CEO Brad Garlinghouse, have consistently underscored the importance of regulatory uncertainty in facilitating Ripple's operational effectiveness, noting that 90% of the firm's business is outside the U.S. Of particular note, Ripple has already made substantial progress in its global expansion efforts, prioritizing regions with regulatory clarity, including the UK, Dubai, Europe, Singapore, and the Middle East. Notably, Monica Long, Ripple's president, revealed last year that the firm was ready to make a comeback in the trillion-dollar U.S. market following the July 2023 ruling by Judge Annalisa Torres declaring a partial victory for Ripple in the SEC versus Ripple case, determining that XRP, Ripple's native token, is not necessarily a security. Ripple's general counsel, Stuart Alderati, also stated that they were conducting talks with U.S. banks about using Ripple's on-demand liquidity, or ODL, product, which utilizes XRP for money transfers. It shall be recalled that in November, anticipating increased interest from American financial institutions, Ripple introduced Ripple Payments. This product ensures a seamless cross-border payment solution, providing businesses with acceptable blockchain infrastructure for swift and efficient transactions. That said, for the crypto community, Ripple's re-engagement with the U.S. market, where it was initially founded, could act as a bullish catalyst for Ripple's ecosystem growth and XRP's price recovery. Our next top headline: U.S. Treasury Secretary calls for federal regulator to oversee stablecoins. In a hearing of the House Financial Services Committee, Janet Yellen said there should be a regulatory approach on stablecoins applicable to all U.S. states. Janet Yellen, United States Secretary of the Treasury, told lawmakers Congress should address gaps in digital asset regulation, some of which could present risks to either investors or the financial system. In a February 6th hearing over the Financial Stability Oversight Council annual report, House Financial Services Committee Chair Patrick McHenry questioned Yellen about her views on pending legislation aimed at addressing stablecoins and regulatory clarity of the crypto space. The Treasury Secretary called regulation critical for certain areas, including protecting wallet holders and overseeing stablecoin issuers. There are many areas with respect to digital assets where we do have clear regulatory authority, but we've identified some gaps where, for consumer investor protection and to address financial stability risk, it would be useful for Congress to take action to fill those gaps, said Yellen. The Treasury Secretary pointed to the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, or CFTC, saying it had no supervisory regulatory authority over spot market commodities related to Bitcoin. She claimed that stablecoins posed risks to the U.S. financial system, pushing for a federal regulatory floor applicable to all U.S. states rather than the current state-by-state approach. A federal regulator should have the ability to decide if a stablecoin issuer should be barred from issuing such an asset. Yellen's remarks reiterated previous public comments by the Treasury Secretary in which she called for a robust regulatory framework to govern cryptocurrencies in the United States. The House Financial Services Committee passed the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act and the Clarity for Payment Stablecoins Act in July 2023. Both bills await a full floor vote in the House. Representative McHenry, who has chaired the House Financial Services Committee since January 2023, is set to leave office in 2025 after announcing he did not plan to seek re-election. The impact his departure could have on digital asset regulation is unclear. So this concludes our top headlines. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. Also, leave your thoughts in the comments and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you all for watching Crypto Top Headlines, bringing crypto's news to you.